Don't forget you will need an ESTA to go into America or any of the American islands. The first area we go through is Hell's Kitchen. This is the theatre district. To comply with the American immigration rules, everyone had to leave the ship, even if they wanted to come straight back on again. It was very well organised this time and took less than an hour for everything to be completed. When we were on the cruise in March around the Caribbean and some American islands, it took a long while for immigration, and we did not get off the ship till 2:30 in the afternoon. That was in Puerto Rico. My wife are both 73, and so we didn't want to do a lot of walking, and so for that reason we booked the uptown and downtown bus tours. We were in New York on the first week in October. It was very hot, 27 degrees, and I was surprised how little shade there was. It was much hotter in the sun, and with the heavy traffic we were quite often in the sun waiting on the bus. This is Chinatown area. I mentioned on the previous video about this cruise that I had received an annoying email from TUI about 3 days before we were due to depart. They told us they had had a systems error and we could not have the cabin we had reserved. This was the same cabin we had had on our previous trip. They said they will put us in one as close as possible, but when we looked on the ship's plan, we were the furthest away that was possible from the previous cabin. Phone customer services and they told me it was a fake email to ignore it. I didn't believe them, and I phoned again later and got a different answer. Trinity Church. For some reason, people queue up to take photographs of this bull, and to rub the bull's testicles is supposed to be lucky. I believe the queue can be an hour to have your photograph taken here. I don't think I'll bother, thank you. This is Battery Park. This is the World Trade Center building and also the 9/11 Memorial area.
World Trade Center. This is Hudson Yards, a new development area which was about 25 minutes walk away from the ship. You can also see the High Line, the walkway on the old railway track. This aircraft carrier is now a museum and is very close to the cruise ship. This next stop is the nearest one to the cruise ship.
This is the M&M shop in Times Square, where you can use the toilets on the 3rd floor. It is also a good place as the big bus tour start and end outside, and you can also change from the downtown route to the up to town route at this stop. You can also get your name printed on the M&Ms, and of course my wife had to do that for my grandson. Times Square was fascinating, and we spent some time walking round before getting on the other bus.
We're now on the second bus on the uptown route.
There are various stops along the route at places of interest where you can get off the bus and explore. You can use the buses all day until they stop running about 4 o'clock.
This is Madison Avenue.
Back to our cabin problems. We were told 4 days into our cruise that we could have the original cabin we booked for the second week. We said great, we can carry all our clothes to the other cabin. They said no, you must pack everything into cases, leave them in reception for the day, and then pick them up later in the day and take them to the cabin. We declined this offer as it was too much effort after we had unpacked everything. I will put a video online later showing where our cabin was. It was right at the back of the ship and a good walk to everywhere. My wife is not the best of health and she did not appreciate the position at all. Here we are travelling alongside Central Park.
Central Park where the zoo is.
We had a great day in New York, and after the bus tour we got off the bus in Times Square, and after a walk round again we got an Uber back to the ship, which wasn't very far off. It was about a 25-minute walk, but we didn't want to walk. We returned to the ship in time for the afternoon tea, which was served about 3:30. Lots of sandwiches, cakes, scones, sausage rolls, drinks. It was very nice after a day in New York.
come back from the centre of New York and having another couple of drinks. Chill out before we go back in this evening. In the house.
Well, it's a moose in the house.
The views of New York from the ship were spectacular. The camera does not do them justice. We decided to stay on the ship and have a drink, enjoying the lovely views and the entertainment on the ship. The following day we used taxis to go around New York, and also we tried the underground. See the buffet restaurant through the windows here, and we realised because we're in New York it was open until midnight, which everyone found very handy. You could enter and exit the ship all night, as we had an overnight stay in New York and were not leaving until 6 o'clock the following evening. We began our second day in New York with a taxi ride to Grand Central Station. We had also booked to go to the top of Summit 1, which you enter through the station. Very busy. Look how busy it is. At the station you can find bars, restaurants and public toilets. We had seen lots of YouTube videos where people are talking into the arch of a wall and the people on the other side can hear them. So we had to try this and it worked very well. Hello. Oh, very good. We had booked for Summit 1 about 2 months in advance. There was quite a bit of queuing and security to get in. You had to put these overshoes on, but it was well worth it. The experience was fantastic.
Three paradises in there.
Three.
Dans le soleil vert. Ouais, c'est ça, voilà. Ouais. Ah, c'est le dernier. C'est le dernier instant. Voilà, c'est le miroir. Qu'est-ce qui suit? C'est ce corps.
Journey to the right. Start the journey to the right. Let's get to the glass. Ladies were advised to wear trousers and not skirts as there was so much glass and mirrors around. You were also offered sunglasses when you entered, but we took them thinking they might be 3D glasses. We did not realise what they were. We didn't need them as we had prescription sunglasses. Before entering, we had our photograph taken and were given a QR code on a paper band on our wrist. We didn't realise at the time what these were for, but there is a room with projected clouds and you should scan the wristband and then your face appears in cloud form. But unfortunately, we did not realise this until it was too late.
We had no idea what we were supposed to do. We thought a camera might pick our face up and display it.
Right, that'll do.
This is what you call a toilet with a view. Not a bad view for a toilet. I've not seen one like that before.
There's the cafe.
Yeah,
You said there was, didn't you?
here we are now having a very expensive coffees. With a tip, it must have been over £25 for 2 coffees
£75.
and a chocolate cake. $25, sorry.
That's right.
For 2 coffees and a chocolate cake. What a view. You even get provided with sunglasses when you come in case you haven't brought any or it's too bright for you. Correction, with the tip it was $27.35. But what a view. This is the open air part. Just in case the lift breaks, there's always a staircase.
Ich finde es auch relativ lustig gemacht, also für kleine Kinder, wenn das die denken jetzt nicht, was man da ist, aber ja, da ist wahrscheinlich, findest du wahrscheinlich alles nur Filmen und so. Also alles Filmen und so. Aber das ist schon cool. Was?
Thank you for visiting Summit. Please exit to your right.
Also ich glaube,
Want to go north? We finished up in Bloomingdale's for a glass of water. Yeah, the escalators here then. Where are you going, Billy?
First, if you walk 6 blocks, that's a Trump Tower. You want to get off here?
No, I want to go to the Rockefeller Center Plaza, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll...
We've just arrived at the Rockefeller Center. You have to spend all your money. We've arrived at St. Patrick's Church
on Fifth Avenue.
on Fifth Avenue.
just sitting.
Maybe you can even stay down.
It's NBC Studios. Yeah. You must speak so well, lady. I bet.
We had a walk round a very expensive toy shop where my wife bought 2 bags of popcorn, which we think were about $10 each. We didn't realise that at the time. We didn't buy any food in New York as we had plenty to eat on board the ship. As you were leaving the ship, they had bottles of water for sale for £1 a bottle, which was far cheaper than anything you could buy in New York. We've still got lots of places left to visit on this cruise, including Charlestown, South Carolina, Port Canaveral, Grand Turks and Caicos, Dominican Republic, Miami and Key West. Please give us a like. Thank you.